Hello everyone, my name is Yasuko Iwai. I'm from 6A class. Today I'd like to talk about narrative text in the project-based learning. And this is for junior high school 8th grade students. And I'd like to focus on the reading skill. First of all, I am sure that most of you are not familiar with the project-based learning. So let's watch this video. Let's have a review again what project-based learning is. It is learning by doing things and by experiencing something new. For example, by going on a field trip, not only study in the classroom. Okay. Now I'd like to talk about narrative text itself. Narrative text is a story with complication or problematic events, and it tries to find the resolution to solve the problems. And the social function is to amuse or to entertain the reader with a story. Generic structure. There are 4 types. A is orientation, and you set the scene here. You start with where and when the story happened, and who and what is involved in the story. B, complication. Tell the beginning of the problems. C, resolution. The problem is resolved here, either in a happy ending or could be in a sad ending. And D, reorientation or coda. It's a closing remark to the story. Could be a moral lesson, advice, or teaching from the writer. Language feature. It uses action verbs, use simple past tense, use conjunction and temporal conjunction, and use adjectives and adverbs. Here, I would like to introduce you to one story, narrative text story. It is called The Lion and the Mouse. First of all, let's watch the video together.
The Lion and the Mouse. We all know the lion is the king of the jungle. Once a lion was fast asleep when a little mouse ran up and down on him. This awakened the lion. He was angry and caught the mouse with his huge paw. Then he opened his big mouth to swallow him. "Please forgive me, O King of Jungle," cried the little mouse. "I shall never forget your kindness. I may be small, but who knows? Someday I may turn out to be some kind of help to you." The lion laughed and took pity and set the mouse free. A few days later, the lion got caught in a hunter's net. He roared, but in vain. The little mouse heard and ran towards the lion. Immediately, the mouse started cutting the net with its tiny teeth. Soon, the lion was free and thanked the little mouse. Thereafter, they became friends. Moral: a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Well, did you like the story? I hope you did. Was it a happy ending or a sad ending? Okay, now I'd like to read the story one more time. Okay, The Lion and Mouse. A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. Roused from his nap, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. "Spare me!" begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and some day I will surely repay you." The lion was much amused to think that a mouse could ever help him. But he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net. Unable to free himself, he filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, she gnawed it until it parted, and soon the lion was free. "You laughed when I said I would repay you," said the mouse. "Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion. A kindness is never wasted." I hope this time you understand the story more. Now, it's our project time. Now, I would like you to make a group of four students per group, and let's discuss the following questions. Question number 1. How did the mouse help the lion? Hmm. Did the mouse have any tools? Or what did the mouse use to help the lion? Number two. What is the moral of the lion and the mouse? And question number three. If you had to choose to become a lion or a mouse, which would you want to be? These are good questions, aren't they? Firstly, I would like everyone to discuss with your teammates with the team members, and I would like you to upload the answer on our Google Classroom. Okay, I am going to provide a column, and I will make sure that I will put the link of the video that we saw. Okay, so you can watch it again if it is necessary. Okay, and today what I would like you to do is you keep a same group of four, and this time let's create a storybook together. I think some of you have used Storybird application already. I am sure you can manage to make it. But the thing is, you have to create your own story. Okay, you can put lots of interesting pictures too. And the thing is, I'd like you to include the moral. I know it's not easy, but I'd like to give you about 3 weeks so you can work as a group and you can create a storybook using Storybird app. Okay. Um, I'd like to show you the video how to use a Storybird for someone who has never used it. But I know it's not easy. But also I'll include a link of the video. So if it's necessary, you can watch the video again and again and again. And if you have any questions, please leave a note or leave your questions on the Google Classroom. I will do my best to answer your questions. Okay, let's try to watch a video first. Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay, so the website tool that I chose um, is called Storyboard. So what Storyboard does is it will allow my students to create their own short stories, and then they can be viewed by other classmates, their parents, and then they can be viewed by me as well. The purpose of this tool is for students to create short stories where they can use pre-drawn pictures, but they get to create a story in their own sense as well along with it. So they get to design it however they want, name it whatever they want, as long as they're achieving the learning goal. So I'm going to walk through a couple of the features that this offers. So you get to create all sorts of different things with different backgrounds. So I'm going to do this one. So you can use whatever picture you want, and then you get to choose if you want a long form book, a picture book, or a poem. So I'm going to do a multi-page picture book. And here is where you can create your cover. So I'm going to choose this one. Well, let me see the picture. So I'm going to do this one. You can name it whatever you want. So you can do that, and then you click this, and it'll let you go to the next page. So when you get to the next page, as you can see, this book shows all black and white pictures, but you can drag the picture over. So if you want it on the left page, you can put it there. If you want it on the right, it should let you move it back over to the right side, and then students can enter the text that they're supposed to into the text box. They can also then, once they're finished entering their text, so after they're done entering their text, they can save and exit, and they'll have the option to, if they're not quite finished, they can go back and work on it later, but it will only be visible to them. So then when you publish it, you can publish it privately or publicly, and I'm going to save it to Kindergarten Language Arts. So then you can publish it, and it'll show up onto your home page when you click on it. So I chose the SLO as students will distinguish which words are their sight words. So how does creating a story help with these sight words? If I go to one that I created this one. Yes. So here's my cover page. This online tool can work as a summative assessment for my students after they create their stories, so I can assess whether they use their sight words in the correct terms. So, for example, the cats are on the chair. I can see which sight words they use, how many they use, and assess whether they use them correctly. And I can do this throughout the rest of the story as well. But it's allowing my students to have the options to switch to whatever they want and decorate it however they want. I think Storyboard could be a excellent tool for educators for all ages in the classroom. The students can have fun with it. They can create it however they want, but it's also making sure that they are achieving their goals, their student goals. And as you can see, the students can see it. So I can add students to my classroom. I can add my parents in the classroom to it, and they just sign in with this password, and all the parents can see it as well as the students work on it. So that's also another great feature of why it would be good for educators. And obviously it's a lot of fun too, as you can tell, because I had fun with it. So I think my students would as well.
Yes, this lady spoke English very fast, didn't she? When you watch the video, I would like to suggest you to watch with the subtitle, which I always do personally, so that I understand it's easier to understand. And also we can slow down the speed of the video so that we can follow the instruction easier. And I know this one is difficult, but I will make sure I will search more about the video, how to use this application. So I will make sure I will include a couple of videos more, so you can watch another one. Maybe another one is a lot easier. But I'm sure all of you are already good at using Instagram or Facebook or Twitters. So I am sure that you can figure out. I think you're a lot better than I am. Yes, myself, I have used this Storybird before. Yes, and first I thought, oh, it looked so difficult and I didn't want to. But yes, soon, like more you practice, more you create, and more you can do it faster. Yes. But anyway, that you have 3 weeks, enough time. So I hope you can handle. And after you finish to make a storyboard, I would like you to, one of the representative, just one person from your each group can upload the storybook on the Google Classroom that we use. Okay? And I look forward to see your work. And please make sure when you upload your work, please state everybody's name, everybody in your team who are in the group, so that I will know this one was made by whom. Okay. And also, I'd like to show you something else.
Okay,
Okay, now here is the sheet you can use. I hope it helps you to proceed your project work. Each group can write, can write the goal of the project, and this time it should be the name of the story. And the second one, laws, because you four of you cooperate together, so each person has a different role. Maybe somebody is very good at designing or something, so that person can in charge of that work. And if somebody is very good at creating story, and that person can lead the project. But always make sure you work together. Not one person does create a story and choose the drawing. I don't want that. Okay. Okay. And also, I think it helps if you put the resource here. Just write it down. What resource, what did you refer to, so that after when you get stuck, you can go back to this part and you reconsider, rethink again. Okay. And here schedule is, as I told you, the deadline is on the 15th of July. So you have 3 weeks to go. And I hope it's long enough for you to work together. And you see two more blank here. You can write whatever you think is necessary. It's all up to your team. Okay. And one more sheet I would like to show you. This is the checklist. When you finish your project, each of you, not only one person per group, you have to fill in this form. Okay, I would like you to write your own name, and you have to check by yourself. It's self-assessment. For example, did you participate in developing the idea, story, planning project? Or number two, were you eager to join the discussion? Or number three, were you cooperative with other members? When people get together discussion and you never show up, you are always late. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I would like everybody work together. Okay, please make sure. And the fourth from the top, it's were you interested in it? Were you enthusiastic by doing that? Okay, it's self-assessment. If you think yes, you are, just tick in the square. Okay, and number five, did you when you participate the discussion, did you lead the discussion? I don't want somebody always listen, just sit and listen. Important thing is everybody discuss each other, so that it can be more creative. Okay, and the last one, did you get familiar with the discussion? Like at first you didn't know anything, but more you get involved, more you are committed, that I'm sure that it makes the work a lot easier. And I really hope you enjoy uh, participating in this project, and please make sure you work together. Okay, I look forward to uh, receiving your project on the 15th of July. Okay, then that is all from me today, and thank you very much for watching, and please continue to look after yourself and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.